Welcome back, boys and girls. So, yeah, I have about another battle here against, probably a guy I've battled, just as much as anybody else on this channel. My favorite shark and yours, Sharpedo43, and this is an RU bout. And, yeah, there's the teams, and, RU is actually probably one of my favorite tiers in this generation. There's in a really good place because it has a lot of really powerful Pokemon, and, so a lot of, things to keep it fresh. And it just seems like it just seems a little bit more open than most other tiers in this format. So, like I said, I do enjoy it. So here comes Blastoise, and I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it Mega Blastoise. Mega Blastoise, by the way, is like the Landorus of this tier. It is by far the most used Pokemon, and for good reason, because it hits incredibly hard, and it has Rapid Spin, obviously, which is always a boon. But, no, I'm just going to go for the Hydro Pump. I actually predict him to have led with the Donphan, thinking he might want, like, the early Stealth Rocks, plus it has the Sturdy ability, so it's just a pretty good lead, and I end up getting it correct, which is nice. I just go for the Hydro Pump right off the bat. Thankfully, he doesn't go out into the Toxicroak, which has the immunity to water due to its ability, yeah, it's just going to go into the Bronzong, get good damage on that. He goes into the Machamp, which will take the Dark Pulse pretty nicely, and gets off its Flame Orb, but yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and switch out, as he also switches into Sceptile, as I go into Arcanine, and I think I'm getting a little behind myself, actually. I go for the Will-O-Wisp, and I end up missing this Donphan on the switch, which sucks, and then I go for it again, and I miss again. So this is like a bulky Arcanine, as you can probably tell by those leftovers just got knocked off. I do have a lot of physical defense investment, so I actually feel pretty confident that I can actually take an Earthquake very, very well with this Arcanine. Especially after the Will-O-Wisp, so I'm just going to go ahead and finally get the burn off. Jesus Christ, and yeah, so as you can see, it does less than half, which is actually pretty outstanding. So that's a stab Earthquake, and Donphan is no slouch when it comes to physical attack. So it just shows you just how potent Arcanine can be. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and Morning Sun to get back to my HP. As you can see, I am definitely healing more than he can deal, even without my leftovers. So that's pretty cool. I could stay in here and try to get back to full, but instead I actually end up going into my Blastoise, and I do that pretty much because I know I can take an Earthquake pretty well on this. He ends up going for the knockoff, I guess predicting the switch, but not the switch in a Blastoise apparently, because you can't knock off Megastones, so that's the thing, and it does nothing to me. So yeah, he's going to go ahead and switch out. He goes out into the Toxicroak, and I unfortunately do go for the Hydro Pump. I should have probably went for Dark or Dragon Pulse, but it is what it is. He's just going to go for the Gunk Shot, and I guess he was maybe predicting Deontay here. Ends up doing almost, or actually maybe, no, it does about half to my Blastoise, so I did have a little bit of damage there before. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the Dragon Pulse. Toxicroak's special defenses aren't that great, and I end up doing pretty nice damage to it. So Gardevoir is going to come in, trace my Mega Launcher. It'd be interesting to see if he has any way to take advantage of that. But yeah, I'm just going to go into my Arcanine now, as I get the Intimidate. That's kind of pointless. And I feel actually pretty confident, even though this is a double switch, I feel pretty confident I can take at least one hit from this Gardevoir, considering I resist Fairy. And Psyshock, obviously, it goes against my, because I am physically bulky, so I actually do live that Psyshock, which is pretty nice, going against my stronger defense stat. I don't live it that well, though, so maybe he could have killed me if he went for a different move. But either way, I go for the Flare Blitz. I know that Gardevoir has really bad physical defense, so I end up nearly killing it. I'm just going to go into my Raikou now. I go for the Empire Ice in case he wants to switch back in his Donphan, and I know that it's more than enough to take care of the Gardevoir, so down goes the Gardevoir, and in comes the Machamp, and I'm like, okay, I have Extra Sensory. I'm just going to go for it, hope I kill. Unfortunately, the Machamp lives with a sliver of HP, and I'm like, oh crap, well there goes my Raikou because the Facade is going to wreck it. Although, I did get it low enough with the Extra Sensory that the burn will take it out, so it is a double KO there. And I'm just going to go to my Flygon, which I haven't went into yet this battle. This is a Scarf Flygon, and he's going to go into Sceptile. I'm pretty sure this is Mega Sceptile. Either way, I'm just going to go U-turn. I should be able to outspeed because I am actually a Scarf Flygon. So, yeah, I'm just going to go for the U-turn. No matter what, I mean, I'm going to get Switch Advantage, or I'm going to get some decent damage on that Sceptile, and then get Switch Advantage anyway. But yeah, so he's going to go into Donphan. I go into my Blastoise here. Because, yeah, I obviously can threaten him away with Hydro Pump. I end up just going for Dragon Pulse, though, because he still has that Toxicroak, and I don't want to trigger Dry Skin. He does actually just stay in, though, and Earthquake me. He wants to wither down my Blastoise even more. Doesn't take that much because he is burned, which obviously has the the physical attack stat of any Pokemon. And, yeah, so he's just going to take another Dragon Pulse to take care of this thing. I'm kind of bummed out I didn't kill it in one hit, but oh well. Seems to be par for the course for this match, not killing things in one hit. Anyway, so in comes Toxicroak, and I decide just to pretty much sack off my Mega Blastoise. Toxicroak has a really diverse move pool, and I just didn't want to risk switching anything in. He goes for the low kick to kill me. It's going to go to my Flygon now, and I end up just going for the U-turn again. It would have been a problem if he actually stayed in, but I don't think he will. This Bronzong is too tempting of a switch in because it obviously resists slash is immune to my 2 stab moves. And, yeah, it gives me a safe switch out into my Cresselia after getting some nifty damage there on the Bronzong. And I'm just going to go for the Calm Mind. Cresselia is really obviously bulky. This is going to be a physically bulky Cresselia with Calm Mind, so I'm going to go for that Calm Mind as he goes into Toxicroak. Obviously, he's going to try to probably go for the stab knockoff, but I know I can take one just because Cresselia has amazing defenses, and I EV this one physically defensively. It does less than half, does knock off my leftovers, but I can go ahead and take care of this Toxicroak now, and I do actually have Hidden Power Fire on this tier Cresselia, so I'm not entirely afraid of this Bronzong either. He's probably thinking that I might have, like, Stab Psychic, but no, my other attacking move on this Cresselia is actually going to be Hidden Power Fire. Just go for it. Bronzong obviously does have great defenses as well, so it is going to be able to live one, even at +1. He gets off the Toxic on my Cresselia, which is going to limit the amount of turns I have left. I do have Moonlight, which I could potentially use, but at this point I just want to try to kill the Bronzong. He's going to actually very wisely go for the Protect, which, of course, will rack up some more toxic damage up on me, as well as let the Bronzong heal some additional leftovers recovery, so pretty good move there. I'm just going to keep going with the Hidden Power Fire. I know that if he does switch, he has to switch, because he only has into Skeptile, because that's his only other Pokemon left. And even though this is going to be Mega Skeptile, he's not Mega Evolved yet, so he's still weak to Fire. Because he hasn't picked up that Dragon typing yet, so Hidden Power Fire will nail that Skeptile, pretty much down to low yellow. And now it finally will go ahead and Mega Evolve at me. But at this point, I can basically just go, well, he's going to go ahead and kill me. Obviously I could go for the Ice Beam, but he's faster. Much faster. But not as fast as my Scarf Flygon. He probably knows I'm Scarf, though. Just going to go into Bronzong, hoping, I guess, I went for, like, the Dragon Claw or something, or Earthquake. I don't know why I had Earthquake. But no, I'm just going to go for the U-turn, and, yeah, it's going to get some nice damage there on the Bronzong. I go into my Deontay, and here I actually misclick. But it ends up not even mattering. I actually end up, I meant to hit Hidden Power Fire, because I do have Hidden Power Fire on this Deontay as well. But no, I end up misclicking the Diamond Storm, but it doesn't matter because he goes for the Protect, so that's okay. Alright, whatever. I'm just going to go for the Hidden Power Fire now, and then we'll go ahead and murder the Bronzong. And his last Pokemon is the Mega Skeptile, which I'm pretty sure I can outspeed with my Scarfed Flygon. But it ends up not mattering because he's going to actually miss with this Leaf Storm, allowing my Deontay to finish this guy off. So good game there, Sharpedo43. Always nice to have a battle. Always nice to get a win against you, because I feel like you win against me more often than not. So, yeah, it was a fun one. I hope to do another one again soon. Today's question of the day is going to be, when writing with a physical instrument, what is your favorite thing to use? The old question between pens and pencils. And I know, this is a completely random question. I don't even know why I was thinking of it, but I have a pencil on my desk, and I much prefer pencils. Specifically the mechanical pencil, because you don't have to sharpen it, obviously. But pencils, I don't know, they erase better, even better than erasable pens. But, you know, I was a doodler when I was a kid, and I still kind of am. So obviously, you can shade better with pencils. It's just a lot of fun. Obviously, you can also answer the crayon or the marker, if you so choose, but no, I love the pencil. So yeah, leave a comment about that, and see you guys again next time. Later!